Good evening, Starfleet. I'm here with Fleet Captain Dustin Freeman, and we're going to go over the Compass system to help you manage your chapters. This is an awesome creation that gives you many different tools to keep an eye on your members, track activities, and log those promotion points that I've always found challenging with spreadsheets and things. Dustin, please take it away.
All right. Well, thanks for coming to our presentation. My plan is to give you a quick overview and show you some of the core features of Compass that make it worth your time, honestly. The tool was developed out of little audacious ideas that grew out of my ship, the USS Veritas, and the USS Corsair in Louisiana, the XO there. Uh, we wanted to build a system that could keep track of promotion points and really help us see the health of our chapter in quick snapshots. And as we went, we started with an Excel database like many chapters do, and then it grew into, hey, I bet we could turn this into a website, and went from there. I'll go straight into we'll do a slideshow to start, and then after that we'll do live demos, and we'll be taking a lot of questions after that. So what is Compass? Compass stands for Crew Operations Management and Personnel Assignment Support System. That is a backronym, meaning we found a cool word and went backwards to find words that would lay out the word we're looking for. Right now, it has 40 active chapters in it. 40 different chapters have gone in and imported their members. It wasn't meant to be that large. It was meant to be a smaller group, but I left it open for anyone to be able to come in, and people did. In the last 12 months, it's logged 292 separate events. Some of those events are full-on conventions, while others are small things like away team missions and game nights. So it's a whole smattering of different events that have been entered. But 103 separate promotions have been processed. Now, I will tell you, a bulk of those are lower rank promotions that you're talking about your cadets and your enlisted personnel, all the way through your lieutenant commanders that don't have to go up much higher. But 103 people have been promoted using the Compass system. Like I said, right now we have 40 chapters across 13 different regions. 28 of those chapters have their rosters already loaded in. 12 chapters are logging events monthly, so they're actually putting in the activities their ships are doing. And when you do that, it unlocks a lot of really cool features like metrics. It helps you determine whether which types of events are drawing in the most participation. We have 9 chapters that have started, but not actually logged historically a lot of events yet. And we have 7 regions out there without any chapters yet. What Compass is and isn't. One, it's primarily a workflow engine. It manages promotions, awards, events, and crew records. And instead of having it across emails and spreadsheets and Google Forms, it all consolidates it. One thing important to remember, Compass is supplemental and voluntary. It's designed to work alongside the membership database, not replace it. And a chapter can opt in. There's no requirement to be in Compass. It's designed to be a tool so good you don't not want to use it. It's a time-saving tool. It automates a lot of the administrative work that, like I said, exists in spreadsheets, emails, and off the top of members' heads. And it's a one single login. You don't have to remember to push out announcements. You don't have to remember your Facebook login. You don't have to go to Google Sheets and then log into your email. All of it's stored in one place. There's some things that Compass is not. And this is a big one. It is not a replacement for the members portal. All the data it pulls in, it treats the membership database as the point of record. All the information in it is the authoritative record. It is not another account to have to manage. It does, when it imports your roster, it pulls in the username from the database and your email and all that. So if you have an email that is, you'll find a lot of times that is not correct. So if your members aren't getting an email, a lot of times the members are using a new email, but their actual email for record in the SFI database is different. So the way you update that is through the members database. Compass is not mandatory, and it's not meant to be a burden on your crew. Matter of fact, your crew could never actually log in and you still get a lot of benefit, and we'll go over that. It starts with command, not crew, has a live roster that pulls from SFI data. It gives membership expiration alerts. So a lot of times, if you're not actively going in and tracking on a monthly basis, you'll find members falling off your database. And it's not that they don't like being in your chapter; it's just that they forgot to renew. And unless you build a customized system for tracking that, it's easy for XOs and COs to lose track of that. Compass does all that for you and sends out the reminders for you and gives the links directly to the renewal page. So we make it easy. It gives you promotion eligibility at a glance. We'll be looking at that. I actually have a couple of new members on my chapter, and I'm going to walk you through how it shows that, hey, they're eligible to start out as brand new enlisteds, and we'll be adding rank to them as a live demonstration at the end. And it has event and awards history. Events, it's work you already do. So one of the great things about tracking events is a lot of us use spreadsheets or Google Sheets for that right now, and we put it in and we track who was there. One of the great things about Compass is crew members can submit events that they did and things that they've attended, and it doesn't show up on the calendar for the rest of the ship until the CO approves it. So you still have control as the CO what events are in the system, but you don't have to sit there and call at the end of the month when you're doing the MSR. Hey, what activities did you do? What am I not tracking? The crew members can just go in, input it into the calendar, input who was there at the calendar, and the CEO goes, "Yeah, that absolutely counts as a ship activity. Approve it, and then 90% of the work's done for you. Points are tracked automatic. You don't have to go, oh, a meeting event. How many points did I used to give for that? You set that in the system, and every time a meeting is set up, those points are issued to those who attended. Every time you have a convention, when you set that convention point amount, every time a convention is loaded in and attended, it's automatically tracked. It takes a lot of the legwork and math out of having to do promotion point tracking. Regional events across all ships. Regions can actually create events and it shares with the ships for them to be able to subscribe to that event, the name, location, and time, but the ships still get to set what type of event that is for points tracking and whether it counts for their attendance tracking on that ship. So it's because it's a region event, it's a shared synergy between the regions and the ships. And all there's a default points for all the different types of events, but each ship gets to change and modify. So if your ship puts a lot more focus on academics than it does events, you can shift that. Also, there's departments. Departments are basically just setting up subgroups within your ship. I'll demonstrate that for once we're in Compass Live. But you're able to pull reports for what activities different groups are, and that those groups could be your auxiliaries. They could just be your cadets. It's however you set them up. Promotions, no more chasing. It checks for eligibility for the next rank, whether that's points. If also the system has the ability to turn off points for your ship. Maybe you just promote based off of time and grade and whether that person shows it up at all ever. So all that eligibility is controlled by the CO. and it'll give you an alert. One fun story I like to share is with the USS Corsair. They had a member who had attended all these events. They'd been tracking the events and had all these points saved up from academy and having done a doctorate and everything, and had completed OTS, and they didn't realize that that person was actually eligible for captain, and that alerted them to be able to submit, and that person got captain uh, just last year, or I think it was the beginning of this year, that the command team wasn't even tracking they were eligible for until they started using Compass. So this CO and XO submit for promotion. It goes to RC. This is for '06 and above. Goes to RC for review. If it's a captain promotion, the RC can approve it. Otherwise, it will generate the promotion form for you, and then that can be submitted up to fleet for adjudication. Awards, nominations to winner. Anyone can nominate anyone in the system. It even, believe it or not, has a way to submit nominations for people who are not yet in Compass. But obviously, if you nominate someone in Compass, it has all their data, their time and grade, time and rank. It all fills all that for you. It sends it to the RC for queue, and every time the RC logs in, they say, "Hey, you have awards that need to be adjudicated." You don't have to worry whether they lost the email or saw the email in the first place. And like I said, it generates the PDF forms. I'll show you how that works here shortly. What it looks like in practice, like I said, we went live for testing in December. We have 40 chapters that have enrolled. We have records on 1,068 members, with 989 of them having been logged for doing academy courses or events or something. For region staff, it has a multi-ship dashboard. RCs and awards coordinators for regions can jump in and take a look at metrics, what's going on there. It alerts when there's promotion queues, award nominations. It allows for cross-ship event creation, and regional reports for tracking things like community service hours and whatnot. We'll see that shortly. What success looks like for Compass would be every ship enrolled, everyone logging all the events that they go through, giving a quick snapshot of health to the entire RC, so they can see what's going on with their region without having to bother and call COs and XOs all the time. And it creates a frictionless flow of recognition. Getting started simple, you go to compass.sfi.org. If you're a CO or XO and it lets you add your ship, you log in with your database credentials. It pulls the roster and all the history and training in for you. You don't have to manually put in for everyone. Enable the features you want. If you use promotion points, keep it on. If you want to turn off promotion points and only track based on time and grade, you can do that. Use departments as you see fit. If you have an SFMC, turn that on and use that. So every single ship is customizable by their command team. So I'm going to now jump straight into this is a development version. So anything I do in here for this demonstration won't actually affect Compass proper. So I'm going to start by showing you some of the unique tools that we have for commanders specifically. So you have events. You can sit there and see all the events, and it has a list or a calendar view. Very simple for everyone to use. It's color coded by different event types, so you can see easily which were meetings, which were away teams, which are fleet challenges, which are games. So any crew member, not just the command team, can create an event. We're going to call it test because I'm lazy. Put the start date of today, and at 5 p.m., we're going to have it. It's going to be a gaming with crewmates, counts for attendance, submit event. and what that does is it puts it on the calendar, but not everyone will see it. So anyone in the ship, even the lowest ensign or lowest enlisted, could put that in, and then the CO has to come in here and decide whether they want to approve it or not. So they see it's a game with crewmates, see the time and everything that it's supposed to happen, say, yes, absolutely, I'm already tracking this, approve the event. Now everyone on the ship will be able to see it. You can RSVP whether you're going to the event or not, and that we don't have any ships using that actively yet, but it is there. It allows you to potentially plan for who's going to be there, how many snacks you need to order. So when you start filling out your events, it starts unlocking very important features for command teams, and that's called reports. Reports let you see crew activity. You can see over the period of the last 6 months, we're going to say, uh, over the last 6 months, we've had 3 crew members not attend any events. We've had 3 crew members attend 1 to 2 of our events. We've had 4 crew members attend 3 to 5 of our events, and 3 of them attend between 6 and 7 events. It'll give me the names of the 3 who haven't been active at all. Gives me a breakdown of the attendance rate on events, and then break it down by how many points they earned over that period of time, the actual total number of events they attended, their rank. So once again, it's a quick snapshot. You can start seeing who is and isn't engaged.
Dustin, it's Mike here. Have a
Go
couple
for it.
questions from the audience if you have a moment.
Oh, absolutely. Let's take a break for questions.
All right. I have one from Scott Tupin. Is this applicable to the SFMC as well?
Yes, we are working on that. And if you look down here, I have an SFMC bar specifically for them. It lets them create SFMC events specifically and track their unit awards and their reports. It will pull all their information, has a little copy button so you can copy and paste to their form, all their roster changes, all their events, break down who was there, how many promotions happened. So all that I am working on an SFMC module specifically, like I just showed you. Go
And I
ahead.
have one more question from Fleet Captain Nikki Caulfield. Is this an app?
So it is a progressive web app, and what that means is it works primarily as a website, but from a cell phone or a tablet, you can save it as an app, and it pulls up as an app. But primarily, it's like I said, it's called a progressive web app, and that does enable you to have notifications come to your phone if you have it installed as a progressive web app on your phone. So when you get a notification that there's a promotion due or an award, it will push that notification to your phone. But that's as close to an app as it's probably going to be. My development skills are actually not congruent with what I've been able to pull off so far, and being able to build actual apps in Android and Apple would be outside of my ability.
And we have one last question from Fleet Captain Barb Barton. What about other auxiliaries?
Once I'm done with the SFMC, the next auxiliary I plan on dealing with is SFSO, and I plan on going through and expanding for each of them. I know one plan I have for SFSO that will tie in well with what science does is a lot of their ranks are academy based, and I can easily go in there and have it scrape the data for the academy for each individual person, and pre-fill out the forms so they can submit for their ranks, and also reporting and whatnot. So yes, each individual auxiliary will get attention from me over time, but I'm one person. So getting the main functionality is clearly the more important thing. But yes, each auxiliary will get love from me and Compass over time.
Does anybody have any other questions in the audience? You can just throw them in the chat and we'll address them.
Yep, he'll interrupt me and we'll go into those questions. Next, I'm going to walk y'all through how award nominations will work. We'll do order of merit first. So, awards, anyone can go in, like I said, and do an award. So, nominate right there. So, I'm going to give my son one because he's in my chapter and I know it'll be easy for me to walk y'all through. Order of merit, I just think he's doing so great. Order of Babel, because he talked 3 people into showing up and they joined the chapter. So, as per the awards manual, a citation has to be 50 characters long. So, he is so great. Brings lots of people to the chapter. Obviously, you'll want to do a lot better than that, but we put it in there. Citation, supporting evidence. You can put extra information if you want. Nominee's email. It pre-fills it out for you, but as we know, we have to be careful not to be sharing people's information out there publicly. So it does mask that email. But if you know that that's their email, you can tell that is theirs. But if not, it hides it. So there's no breach of security when you're submitting people for nominations. We're going to submit that nomination. So what that does is that alerts that person's CO, hey, you have an award nomination. So on my dashboard and on my phone, I just got a notification that there's an award nomination for me to look at. So I'm going to look at my awards nomination. I've got Order of Babel for Elijah Freeman, Ship Veritas, nominated by myself. So if I want to, hey, that member, let's see how active and busy they be. They click that link, it'll pull up their profile. I can see their promotion rate, what departments they belong to. Another fun thing is it has a little indicator for how close they are to being eligible for the next promotion. So each member can log in and take a look how close they are to their next promotion based on time and grade and points. So he just got promoted. So it shows time and grade being 0 there. How many academy courses? So I'm like, yeah, clearly this person is very motivated, does a lot of things, has all their events, their awards they've done. Cool. Yeah, I want to recommend them. So I come in here as the CO, I recommend, and because Order Babel goes up to Fleet, I'm not the approving authority. If this were a one of the orders of merit that were 3rd class, I would be able to approve it and send it up to Starfleet. But at this point, we're going to submit the decision that I'm recommending. Please consider. He does a lot. So submit decision. And for these purposes, I have lied to my development system and it thinks I'm the RC. So the RC gets notified, hey, you've got an award nomination. He logs in and sees, sure enough, there's an award of Babel. So it's from the USS Veritas, nominated by his captain, Elijah. He can see that same information I did. Now, he doesn't know the member as well as the CO does, but he can go in there and see how long has this person been in Starfleet. How often does he attend events? Has he completed OTS OCC? Oh, he's been promoted. He's been doing this for a while. He was part of the Veritas, then he was transferred to the USS Test from this period to this period, and then he went back to the Veritas. What positions he holds, what awards he has. So all of a sudden, an RC has a much broader view of this person being nominated than traditionally he would have. And he goes, yes, absolutely, this person is. So I'm going to give my RC endorsement, the letter of recommendation that's required for these. He does so well. Please award him. So submits the decision. Now, him, the VRC or the awards director, can view details and take action. verify all the information for the awards in there. And what's cool from here is when the SFI website's up, you can open straight to that web form and submit it, or you can download the order of merit form. So what this is going to do, it's going to download as the PDF with all the information you need for that order of merit already filled out. So you have his name, his SEC number, his email, what region he belongs to, the ship, the CO's name, the CO's email address, the nominator's information, the award that's being issued, the award without class order of Babel. Because it thinks I'm the RC, it has my name in as the RC. Letter of recommendation, yes. Basis for recommendation, and that information that I typed, the basis for recommendation and letter of recommendation, is automatically added as the last page of this PDF. All we have to do at this time is save this PDF as a file and email that to the awards director. So once you've submitted that, like I've emailed it off to them. So Mark has submitted to SFI. Yes, I have sent it off. They are tracking it. Good to go. And now I just wait for SFI's answer. I can I get back, yes, they awarded it. I come back in here, awarded by SFI. Yes, they agreed. Or SFI said, no, that's stupid. He recruited one person. That's not enough. So we're going to reject it. So I'm going to reject it for this test. And that's it. Now I have a record that it was submitted. But here's, pending review, received, nominations. So you can sit there and go through all the stuff. I have a record, and also the award nominator can enter nomination on behalf of the ship. Remember, I said that you can enter stuff for people who are not in Compass, and you just have to manually enter all that. So it enables RCs and awards directors at the regional level to put in information and track it, and even generate those forms for you. So it's just another way of keeping the information in there. Also, if you have the PDF that's filled out, I don't have an example right now, or I guess I technically do. Order of merit, browse. I just created Elijah's. I have that PDF, and it will pull all the information and pre-fill out all the information from that PDF into the system.
Dustin, we got a couple more questions if you
Go
have.
for it.
All right. First one, is there a tutorial?
So there's not a tutorial so much. There is a wiki that I've built here on the help/wiki, and it has a lot of the walkthrough for most of it. So commanding officers, for example, you want to know how to enter events, has screenshots, and it'll walk you through how to do it. That's about as close to tutorial as I can get. Awards, nominations, it'll walk you through everything I just showed y'all how to do.
Next one, for promotion points, do you populate your ship's criteria?
Yes, so it has a base in it, but I'll show you how to do that. Go to command dashboard, which is where all the command stuff happens. You go down to ship settings, and from there you can change event points, which is how many points do they get for attending a convention, for an away mission, for fleet challenges. You set all of that for your ship specifically. Go back. Academy points. So distinction, how many points do they get for getting distinction? How many points they get for honors? How many points they for getting pass? So you can affect and change all of that. Promotion point requirements. This one's a big one. Do I track time and grade? Do I track promotion points? Maybe I do want to track points, but only for events or only for academy. all that, and then you can go in and change enlisted officers. So for ensigns, it's set for 50 points before you're eligible for ensign. Do I want that to be 0? All that is ship specific set. Cadets, the when you start out as a brand new cadet, 0 points. Maybe you want them to have no rank until they at least get 10 points. That is set by ship. So hopefully that answered that question. I also have a couple of presets. Fleet standard, the way it is now, captain's prerogative, to where it turns off time and grade and points, and you just promote as you see fit as captain. Points only, they don't care about time and grade. And then relax, 50% of all predefined settings. And one thing I completely skipped over, promotions. You click on promotions, it gives you a list of your all your people. So right here, I have Hannah Mock is not eligible currently because they've only got 7 of the 30 points they need for crewmen, but they've met time and grade. Because one that doesn't have time and grade, like this one right here, they just got promoted, so they have 0 months time and grade of the 8 months they need. Now, you as a CO can promote anyway with a special promotion. It'll override any requirements that you have because you're the CO. You can decide to promote anyone for any reason, override reason. So, any other questions pop up in that time?
How does Compass see the chapter history for a chosen member? I didn't think it was tracked on sfi.db.org.
That is a very fair question. It will only track from the time you enter Compass onward. That information is not in the database.
And another one is, what if the RC is not using Compass in your region?
That is a wonderful question. I actually have something built in for that. Let me see if I can. I'm going to simulate it for you. I have to do some digital wizardry. This is stuff that y'all won't ever do. So admin dashboard, role management. So I'm going to take away my pretending to be regional coordinator. And then I'm going to take away my actual RC. Remember, this is a test version. This is not real Compass. This is the only reason I will do this way. Byron, regional coordinator, take away. Very good. All right. So if there is no RC in Compass and you submit a promotion for something that they need to approve, so like this person who's eligible for fleet captain, they're not really. I just designed it for this presentation. External RC required. Your region does not have a regional coordinator in Compass. Enter the RC's email to send the promotion for their review and approval. So right now it has by default RC and whatever region number you belong to at sfi.org. For testing purposes, I'm going to put my Gmail in there at gmail.com. Submit and send external RC. So what that does is it will send an email. I'm not going to be able to show it to you here. It sends an email to whatever email address I put in there, and they click a link that opens up. They're like, hey, we know you're not part of Compass, but one of your ships are. This person is wishing to be promoted. Would you like to approve it? By the way, here's the form for you to submit it. So it gives them that pre-generated PDF. They save it to their computer. They type up their letter of recommendation and send it off through whatever external method that they want to use for whatever reason that they don't wish to be in Compass. Compass can still be used. So I'm glad that you asked that question, and hopefully that that answered your question.
And we got one more. Is there a guide that shows a listing of suggested time and service and point requirements.
So there's a default built in, and you can go in and change those as you see fit or how you already do it. And mind you, you can only change those for lieutenant commander and below, because everything above that is already set by Starfleet regulation. I hope that answered the question. I think it met the intent of what they were asking.
I think it did too.
Okay.
Carry on, please.
All right. So I'm going to take this opportunity to switch over to Real Compass. Because, like I said, I had some new members get added recently. So, as the CEO, I want to check my roster import because I think I have new people. So, I'm going to sync from the SFI database. This is the same login I used for db.sfi.org. Log in and fetch roster. No departures, transfers, or demotions detected. Excellent. So, execute import. It shows right here, I have 2 new ones created, 24 updated. Excellent. That means I know I have at least 2 new crewmates. So let's go in here to the command. Turn off admin. I don't want to be an admin right now. Promotions. So here's my 2 new people that have been added to my ship. So Henry Freeman, my grandchild that is just turned 1 that my daughter-in-law wanted to add to the ship. I'm going to go ahead and click promote because they have no rank and they're eligible to be a citizen, crewman 3rd class, crewman recruit, private, or a cadet. I'm going to say, yeah, clearly a cadet. No points to spend, but no points needed. Good to go. Shows the time and grade requirement, point requirement, courses needed met because that's 0. They're a cadet. Promotion date's going to be effective as of today. And just for good measure, let me pull up the database. I want y'all to see that this is live and in action. Chapter. So right now you see Henry has no rank. So back to Compass. I'm submitting it. Approve now. So right now it gives me this submit directly, which is Compass will actually submit the data for you, or open manually. Open manually opens a window. So it types in their SEC, so you can manually update if that's how you prefer to do it, or submit directly. This will submit the rank change directly to the official database. This action can only be undone by resubmitting the correct rank and date of rank. Gives me the information. I'm going to click OK. Insert my credentials. Database updated. Cadet. Date of rank 8-1. And we are going to. Did I close that? I did. Silly me. So you saw before they didn't have a rank. Chapter roster. Look at that. Cadet Freeman Henry. Just like that. So it takes the pain of having to go in and log in and go to the right point, select the right rank, put in the right date of rank, tracks all that for you, puts it in. So any questions at this point? Nothing? I thought for sure that one would generate one. So we'll look at some of the other reports that the system will generate for you. So we have event statistics over the last 6 months. You can see all the different events by type that my ship has done. You got community service, which my ship knocked out of the park the last couple of months. So I had more attendance for community service than anything else, followed by meetings and events, and then games with crew, and it shows in this pie chart as well. Event timeline, you can see in July they were the busiest, where they had 81 attendance in a month. Before that, it was March. For May, whatever reason, we had our lowest, only 36 attendance. Most events attended: the quarterly award ceremony, crew watch parties, VBS setup, another watch party. So you're able to see, hey, what events am I having that are actually being attended the most? Breaks that down. So community service has an average attendance of 6.5 people. Events by creator, as you and other shipmates put in events, you can see who's actually putting the events into the system. Usually it's going to start out being almost exclusively the CO and XO, but then you'll start to see, hey, Lance McFerrin in my ship is the third most likely to put events into our ship over that 6 months period. Another good one, the community service. We talked about that a minute ago. Over the last year, the events too often, but we have done them. It breaks down top volunteers on the ship, how many events, how many hours they put in, and then once again, all crew needed to chapter. So it's green, good to go. Tells me the commanding officer of that ship that I'm doing under shakedown is Amber Freeman. So I can view their roster as the support ship. I can see who they have and what positions they're holding. And then I can see the events that they've done. And then monthly checklist. This is pulled straight from the start manual. So the CO will say, yes, I started on my chapter's Constitution bylaws. And then the CO of the support ship or the RC can go in and verify, yes, I've seen them as they do it. Give me a second and I will show you. Oh, it pulled up to this one. Okay, hold on. Dev. Sorry about the awkward long pause as I get this working for you. So I have the USS Test here logged in as my wife on this fake ship. Under the shakedown checklist, she's on month 2. I can say, yeah, I just held a divisions chief meeting. Check that. And now when the RC or support chapter comes and checks the page, they see that, hey, they've done another step. They reach out to the CO, hey, I heard you did a divisions chief meeting, blah, blah, blah. They have a conversation. They talk about the divisions, check it. That's one more step done towards their chapter shakedown cruise. So it basically takes the start manual, puts it in a checklist where the CO self verifies and or self certifies, and then the RC or the shakedown manager or the CO of the shakedown ship verifies. So it gives them a visual as to how close they are to completing shakedown, and it gives the support ship a visual of what that ship still needs to do. Any questions about that? Nothing, huh? All right. So, also ship positions. You have your standard ship positions in there: commanding officer, executive officer, ship's yeoman, chief of operations. This is part of how you track different positions people have held. You have the basic ones, and then the system for COs also lets you manage positions. You can turn positions on and off. I don't have a second officer, so we have that turned off. And then if you want to create one yourself, add a custom position for your ship. So we're going to have a morale officer, abbreviation MO. Department is going to be, I want them to be part of command. Linked role, if I want them to have powers on the ship. Now you have to be very careful with this. It is possible to give a role the same authority on the ship as a commanding officer. Wouldn't recommend it, but you may want to do that. Maybe you have a an XO, but you also have a co-captain. I don't know. However y'all want to handle it, the power is there. Tread lightly. I want to give this person the same power as an operations officer has. Uh, how many people can hold that position? We only want one person to be able to hold that position. And then you can type in the description, create the position, and now when a crew member goes to ship positions, they will see morale officer. Now, you as the CO can assign that. And matter of fact, for good measure, I should show y'all what it looks like from the crew members' point of view. Crew members obviously have fewer options, but they can see departments. They see all the different departments in there. And say this person wants to be a member of the science department. They click it. Currently has one members. I can request to join that department, and it sends a request to the department head. Hey, this person wants to join your department. And then they get to either approve it or they can reach out to the member. Hey, have you already signed up for the auxiliary? Because maybe you in that department require you to be a member of that auxiliary before. So it gatekeeps in a way that maintains order, but it is not hard coded. It's however the CO or that department head wants to handle that. It looked like someone had a question. Am I wrong? No? Okay. And then ship positions. That ship position, morale officer, is created. You can see it now. Now you can go through as someone who is just a crew member can go through and be like, chief engineer is vacant. I think that's something I could do. Now, I don't know if you've ever talked to your crew members and you're like, hey, we'd love to have some of y'all step into leadership positions. And then the crew's like, well, what leadership positions exist? This is a great way for them to be able to go in, take a look at what you've created, what's open, what's not open. Gives them a good overview of basically where they can fit in. See, and crew dashboard. When a crew member logs in, it tells them whether they've completed OTS, OCC, SFDPP, how many courses they have. If they belong to any departments, it'll show up there. Time and grade, how long they've held their current position, how long they've been in Starfleet, how many service hours they've completed in the last 12 months. Uh, yeah, notification, you have one upcoming event that needs your RSVP. So click that. So it lets them know if there's any upcoming events. It shows their awards, their promotion progress, all that. Also, there's quick links. If you, as a ship, have a website y'all go to regularly and want to have a quick link to, COs have the ability from the command dashboard to create these quick links. For us, we do reading submissions for the medical auxiliary. So just click that. They input their information. This is outside the scope of Compass, but they input the ISBN and search for a book, and it'll pull in the author title and page numbers, and they submit the reading report.
Dustin, we're coming up on an hour.
Oh, perfect. I was worried that I wouldn't have enough time. So, is there any further questions? Well, I'm easily reached out to on Discord. You can find me under my name, Fleet Captain Dustin Freeman, on any number of Starfleet Discords. And you can also reach out to me at dustin.g.freeman@gmail.com. I don't mind sharing that email. I may regret it later, but as of right now, I don't mind sharing that. Also, you can email the. I'm trying to remember the email address for our department that I answer to 90% of the time.
Don't worry, I already signed you up for 10 different email lists.
Right. Uh, let's see. Jaden gave me an email address to hand out. Oh, yeah. cdst@sfi.org. So the CDST team. And I'm also told that anything submitted to the help desk will eventually find its way to me. But that will be much slower as I'm not a a ranking member of that team. I'm on their team. I answer to them, but I do not have access to the help desk, so it will take a long time for anything sent that way to get to me.
All right. Everybody, thanks for coming. We're going to wrap this panel up. Dustin, if you're free, if you don't mind hanging around here for a couple of minutes, if anybody wants to chat with you one-on-one.
Absolutely, and I'll jump over to the actual gather town.
Thank you again for doing this, Dustin. And everyone else here, thank you for attending VIC. Continue to enjoy the various events we have planned for you. There's still script reading. I believe we're going to be doing some karaoke and DJing later. You can also hang out in 10 Forward. We're going to have this presentation with a few edits ready for consumption later as well, and we'll try and get that out to as many people as possible so they're aware of the Compass platform. It is a great tool to have available to us. And thank you again, Dustin.
No problem.